This next activity is a great GTKY activity for the beginning of the semester when you're just beginning to get to know your students. It requires no paper or pen, just seats. So if you have chairs for your class, then you will definitely be able to do this activity. It works for small groups, large groups, and it's primarily good for English as a second language students, as well as English as a foreign language students. So just keep that in mind as you hear these instructions, or if this does not apply to you, feel free to stop the video and move on. So anyway, I proceed with this activity by telling the students to get in a circle with their chairs, and the students will then form a circle and face each other in a circle. And then I will proceed to give the students commands that start with change chairs if. So you can probably imagine where this activity is going. So for one command, I might say, change chairs if you are wearing blue. And so all of the students who are wearing blue will have to stand up and change seats. I will then do another command and see if the students understand what the game is about. Maybe do something similar like ask students if they're wearing red, or have students wearing hats, switch chairs. And we'll do this for just a couple of rounds just to get students used to the idea of playing this game. Once boredom sets in, and it shouldn't be long before the boredom does set in, then I will remove one chair in each consecutive round. So after one round, I remove a chair. And then once students have found their seats for this particular round, and there's one student that is missing a chair, that student who will be missing a chair will be out. And so the game proceeds like that. It gets the students a little bit more nervous and anxious and excited because they don't want to be out of the game. And it just makes the game more competitive and more captivating for the students, if you will, particularly for middle school students. Now, I will warn you, if you are dealing with younger students in the middle school years or even before that, you will definitely need to emphasize to your students to not shove or push other students around when they are trying to find seats. I speak from experience here, and students get overeager and they tend to disregard the space of others, we shall say. So definitely emphasize to your students that they need to briskly walk to another seat and that they are not allowed to push or shove other students while they're trying to get to a seat. So like I said, this is a good GTKY activity. It's great for the beginning of the semester. You learn a lot about your students, especially if you're asking really interesting questions about their family or about where they've been, what their hobbies are. There are many different commands that you can have students think about when you're initiating this game. So definitely keep it in mind as you think about doing this activity. You can use colors, have students change chairs if they're wearing red or green. You could have students change chairs if they have been to Japan or if they have been to South America. You can have students change chairs if they have a brother or a sister, if they like hockey or soccer. So this activity is incredibly flexible and very dynamic, and it is really only limited by your imagination and your ability to sort of think outside of the box and generate categories for yourself. But on the whole, it doesn't really require that much lesson planning, obviously, because you just have to give commands and gauge the students in their interests. Thanks so much, and bye for now.